Nick, good morning.
What's going on? That's my Shine was working on my connection. That's why he wasn't ready. That's my bad. Hands up.
No. Listen, it's technology. Right? You can't fight it.
I guess you can. You'll just lose.
It's undefeated. It's undefeated.
Many science fiction movies about that very topic.
We're at Loon Mountain, by the way. Are you a skier or a boarder?
You know, my wife loves skiing and has snowboarded before. I've actually never done it. And I feel like she wants to go, and I'm just being honest. I feel like I'm going to embarrass myself. So I'm trying to avoid it for as long as possible, hopefully until I die and never have to do it. But maybe we'll end up going at some point, though. I feel like I would like just the ambiance of the whole thing.
February 21st, you could join us at Wachusett Mountain.
You could.
Maybe I will.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Yeah, you'd love the ambiance. It's beautiful here.
Right.
Round of applause for Nick Kostos.
We love Nick Kostos.
Going to tell you how to win some money. All right, well, I don't know which one you want to go. Where do you want to start? You want to start early game?
Whatever you want. Yeah, we could do Eagles Commanders. So,
yeah, go ahead.
So point spread of the game right now is 6. And it seems to imply that Jalen Hurts is 100% healthy. And we all watched everybody, right? We all watched the Eagles-Rams game over the weekend. And at the end of the game, Hurts is clearly not healthy. He has a knee injury. He takes a terrible safety. And on a 2nd and 7 run towards the end of the game, they call an insane quarterback draw. And he ends up losing yards because he can't move. So we're only a couple days after the fact here. And the Eagles are being priced like Hurts is at 100% health. And I disagree with that. And
you're saying Hurts is Hurts.
I'm saying that the market is saying that he's 100% healthy, and I have skepticism about that. I think it's more likely that he's not 100% healthy. And that doesn't mean he's 0% dead. He could be like 70% and just not be able to have the mobility. And I look at Washington, and I see a team that has unquestionably the better quarterback, and I think they have the better head coach. The Rams did last weekend also, but it snowed, which I think was the great equalizer for Philadelphia. I wouldn't be shocked if the Commanders won the game. I'll take the points with Washington.
What do you think of the impact of the JFK files release will have on the Commanders?
Yeah, it's a really strong question. I was actually just reading about that literally before I came on, that the Kennedy family is unhappy about this, that these files are going to be declassified.
Yeah.
Why would they be unhappy about it? Why would you ever want people to know that? Like, if that's my uncle, as RFK Jr., if that's RFK Jr.'s uncle, and the government did it, wouldn't you want that to be in front of everybody?
Well, my uncle actually was assassinated, so this is kind of a sensitive topic for me.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Also, are you eating something right now?
I was like,
No.
all right, I want to hear this story. Let's dive in.
I believe you.
Eating.
Yeah?
I am gullible.
I was like, okay, because now it's like some freak gangster stuff going on. Let's dive into this.
Look, don't forget Italian.
Oh, okay, Italian too. My bad.
So, Nick, I think I'm trying to do a 5-legger like Wiggy this week. I'm going to take Josh Allen anytime touchdown. I think I'm going to take the Commanders +6, and then I'm going to take the Bills money line.
Well, I think you're going to lose.
Okay, plus the Bills?
Yeah. You know,
well, I mean,
I think Courtney, everybody, and I think people in your area will appreciate this, right? And I tweeted this this is less to be like, look at how cool I am. I tweeted something last Saturday. It got like 1.3 million views on Twitter, and like it's still getting passed around. I'm still getting notifications. During Chiefs-Texans last week, so, and to be fair, like Mahomes is flopping like a Brazilian soccer player. It was embarrassing. I think that people hate the Chiefs more than they ever hated the Brady-Belichick Patriots.
That is absolute nonsense.
Well, Curtis, I think it's nonsense also. I agree with you, but I would encourage you to look at all the replies and all the people that tweeted me. And what they are saying is, we actually respected the Patriots because they were great. The Chiefs actually suck and get helped by the referees and get very lucky. So this is the virus, guys, that's sweeping the nation. CDS. Chiefs derangement syndrome. People, they hate the Chiefs so much that they can't get out of their own way.
But what this is, Kostos, is whenever there is a former presidential candidate of the Republican Party, the media says, oh, we long for the days of George W. Bush. When George W. Bush was president, he was Hitler. But they always say the way they can denigrate the current person is to say they love the past.
What are you, Jake Tapper today? I don't. What is this?
In fact,
am I on like Meet the Press right now? What's happening here?
And the way it works, Kostos, is that people look back fondly in ways that don't mirror the reality.
Yeah,
the Patriots legitimately had a congressional investigation.
Yes, I agree with
done
you.
by that idiot in Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Alan Specter.
And Deflategate was the stupidest thing of all time. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
But what my point is that people hate the Chiefs so much now that I actually think it's surpassing the hate for the Patriots at this current moment in time.
Can you wager the over/under on roughing the passer calls?
Well, so let me ask you this, because it feels like the tide has turned, right, in the public, where everyone was really mad and everyone made a really big deal about it last week. Because Mahomes it was really pathetic. It was. He's begging for roughing the passer calls. Do you think like they're going to make the calls this week after everyone threw such a bleep fit last week about it?
Maybe not. I mean,
I think yes.
Yeah,
I think they still will.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
no, they still will. Well, I mean, I grew up in the 90s as a Knicks fan and watched Michael Jordan gets every call against my team. Brady got all the calls. It's okay. Like the great teams all do. The Lakers got them with Kobe and Shaq. This is what happens. Mahomes is the best. He's going to get the calls, I think, no matter what.
All right, the Yankees and Jeffrey Mayer.
Sure. Yes. You think I'm going to disagree with that? 100%. You're right.
So how are you going to wager that game?
Yeah, I'll take the guy that always wins against the guy that always loses. I'll take Kansas City and feel awesome about it. And look, I don't mean to present it as a lock. It's a 1.5 point spread. Betting market says it's basically a coin flip. The thing that makes you a little nervous if you want to bet the Chiefs is that Josh Allen finally is not making the big mistake. He did not have a huge stat game last Sunday against Baltimore, but while Lamar made several mistakes in the game, Allen literally made none. So that's what makes you a little nervous, is that Allen's not going to throw the ball away or fumble the ball away. But Sean McDermott, Buffalo's head coach, had yet another colossal brain-dead, brain fart decision last week with the 3rd and 2, 4 minutes to go, shotgun draw from the 2-yard line where a touchdown ends the game, where Tony Romo, to his credit, is begging, pleading, and imploring, just sneak the ball twice with your giraffe quarterback, and you're going to score a touchdown. They don't, and then the Ravens drive down the field and score, obviously. Mark Andrews drops the 2-point conversion. So I think McDermott will make a critical coaching error in the game. Reed won't. Chiefs win, and we are 2.5 weeks away from saying this is the greatest team in the history of the National Football League as the only team to ever three-peat.
Fighting words.
And I do think one
Patriots never three-peated, to be fair.
That's right. They would have if Butler didn't get benched. But yeah,
You're not going to go down this route that the three-peat means that Mahomes is the GOAT.
Well, I didn't. That's not what I said.
I know, but you're leaning in that direction.
Well, I mean, if you had to take a bet right now, if I told you Mahomes stayed healthy for the rest of his career, who do you think goes down as the GOAT, Mahomes or Brady? It's close, right?
No, it's Brady.
No, it's Brady.
And I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I think Brady is the best also, but Mahomes is on that trajectory right now.
Yeah, he's got to win 2 more to even get in the conversation.
He wins this week. He's got 4 already.
Yeah.
So he'll have 4.
If he wins this year, he's ahead of Brady at the same spot. So you
Do you
can't
think
say
he
it's
needs
possible.
6 or 5 to have that conversation?
6 because he's 2-0 against him in the playoffs. So
I think
winning that
he
Super
needs
Bowl at
6
43.
because Brady has 7, right? So he needs at least 6. Yeah.
Okay.
But Brady won the head-to-head in the playoffs.
Well,
never.
We can go back to, the 2018 AFC, the Super Bowl with Bucs Chiefs. Kansas City's offensive line was decimated in that game. But in the AFC Championship game in 2018, and this kind of goes back to, that everyone thinks the Chiefs get all the calls now. A little bit of questionable officiating in that game with the Patriots. I'm just saying. Let's call it. Listen, can we just? It's okay. Can we just call Jeffrey Mayer was BS? I'm a Yankee fan. I can say that. Can you guys say that the Patriots got the calls in that game against Kansas City? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
I really
No.
don't. I mean,
Amazing.
Yes, and Des Bryant caught it.
And yes, he did, which has nothing to do with anything. But yes, Des caught it.
Yeah, and we had Ty Law on. Ty said, that when we were winning, that he got the call, that they got the calls, and that was just something. But you're right.
I mean, you go to Guantanamo Bay, Wiggy, for what the Patriots corners did to Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in that AFC Championship game.
Well, right, but that's when that's what makes Brady separate. When people say Brady and Mahomes are the same, up until 2008, Brady was obliterated on the field, and they weren't called because they celebrated big hits as opposed to penalizing
Yes, the
them.
jacked up, which is really funny in retrospect. You're right about that. Listen, I am the farthest thing from anti-Brady. I think Brady's the best. All I'm saying is that Mahomes is on a trajectory to maybe be mentioned in the same breath as Brady, which is crazy, right? Because Brady is the best.
Also, Wiggy doesn't go south of Quincy, so let's just be clear about that.
But what scares me about Mahomes is I don't think he's going to have the 10-year kind of layoff of not winning a championship like Brady, because I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs organization, they will do more to, like, they traded for DeAndre Hopkins. They will get pieces. If Mahomes needs pieces around them, they will do more than what New England did for Brady at his prime. Like,
I don't know. You traded for Randy Moss and lost to my Giants in Super Bowl 42.
Moss wasn't the same Moss. I played with Moss.
Wiggy, he set the touchdown record in 2007.
No, but when they traded for Moss, he wasn't Moss of his, like, what they thought. He wasn't the Moss of his prime when they traded for him.
But he was, though. He was just not trying in Oakland.
In Oakland is where he kind of like. But I didn't think that's because they get a 4th-round draft pick for Randy Moss at the time?
But here would be my counter to that. Like Belichick coached the entire time. I think there's a realistic chance, and this is starting. I'm not reporting anything. And this, to be fair, this gets said every year that if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, Reed's going to retire. And then maybe it's Spags. I met Matt Nagy. I don't know who takes over there for Kansas City if they win the Super Bowl and Andy Reid steps aside. But, it's very possible, right? Because, like, we're kind of talking about this like it's a fait accompli that the Chiefs are going to win. What if this is, and it's not apples to apples because this game was in Indy. Like, why can't this be the 2000? I don't think it's going to be, but why can't this be Marlon Jackson at the end of the game and the Colts finally beat the Patriots and the Bills finally get over the hump?
I literally used that example this morning to start the show. That this to me felt like the 06 Patriots. The Chiefs are a team that has overachieved their record. They're respected because of their pedigree, but the season has been beneficial to them, not their fault, but missed field goals, little things like that. They've had the margin of error too slim, and I think it's just the time, like it was for Manning in 06. It's out.
Yeah, but you know what?
But that game was in Indy. Again, this game's in Kansas City.
And you know what the Patriots didn't have in 06 that Kansas City has? I think Travis Kelce, we bust his balls all the time with the Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce is still a beast when it comes to the playoffs. And the Patriots, at then, it was who was it? Jabbar Gaffney. It was Ben
Rashae
Watson.
Caldwell, right?
Yeah, Rashae Caldwell. So you say what you want about the Chiefs and the talent. I still look at DeAndre Hopkins and say, okay, this guy can still make plays. I still look at Travis Kelce, and it seems like every playoff game, this guy gets open, he gets in the end zone, and Mahomes still has that. And it is, this game is in Kansas City, so that plays a little bit of the effect of
But you have seen this, right? And I'll even use the same score here, because when Asante Samuel had the pick six against Manning, it was 21-3 Patriots, right?
Yep.
So going into halftime of the AFC Championship game a couple years ago, Chiefs-Bengals, Chiefs were up 21-3 and absolutely yacked the game away in the second half and lost in overtime. So there are some corollaries here between the two. And I think on Monday morning, if the Bills win, obviously, and it's sincerely, like I know, like you bring me on, I'm a betting analyst, whatever. I'm a sports fan first and foremost, like we all are. The historical ramifications of this game, like the result is likely to echo throughout history, and it sounds really dramatic, but the winner of this game is going to be the favorite in the Super Bowl no matter who they play. And you either get Buffalo, maybe, like the star-crossed franchise with the insane fan base turned away at the mountaintop 4 times in a row, either ascending for the first time and Allen becomes Peyton Manning and as far as the rivalry goes, or you get Kansas City cementing itself, and the Patriots might be better. That's not the point. Kansas City will be the first team to ever three-peat. The 70s Steelers didn't do it. The 80s Niners didn't do it. The 90s Cowboys didn't do it. And none of the Patriots teams with Belichick and Brady did, where we will say this is the greatest football team of all time.
Can't wait. Nick, you're on Sunday at 11, correct?
Yes, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right.
And watch my show on Peacock.
We love Peacock.
Oh, me too. Trust me.
Nick, thank you. That is Nick Kostos. And do you have anything to wish us before you go?
Yeah, minimal sweats, winning bets, the absolute very best of luck. And take it easy out there on the slopes, everybody.